In the first part of this session, you introduced us to a word puzzle and also to a strategic model, and also that strategy is part of a process. So where does all this traditional thinking come from?
Traditional thinking comes, actually a lot of it originally out of America, and come to Europe and obviously all around the world. I introduced you to a model by John Tribe, and if you'd looked at that model by John Tribe 6-7 years ago, it would have been a little bit more simple as a model, but it still would have had steps and stages to actually creating a strategic plan, a strategic direction. Now, all that seems to have happened over the last 10-15 years is the simple models have got more complex and they've got more stages. More stages equals more time, equals more complexity, equals actually a difficulty in creating a direction. We create too many directions. Let's just have a look at it. Classically, any step stage model, and they're still the same today as they've been for 30-40 years, start off with a mission statement. So we get a mission statement. Now that mission statement at the beginning, it's in the top left-hand corner of Tribe's model, and in the past it's been the first thing at everybody, mission, vision for the organization. Now we've got to think, and we're going to do a session on it, is that the right place for the mission? Actually, do we do everything else and then come up with the mission? We go from mission, traditionally then we come up with aims and objectives. So we go from mission to aims and objectives. Aims and objectives that have got no credibility really. They're just visions, they're ideas that there's no research behind those. It's just a load of people sitting there, what are the objectives to our company, our organization? And so we'll probably have 4 or 5 of those, one big aim and 4 or 5 objectives. It's only at that stage in traditional modeling that we start to do the external, internal auditing, we start to do a review. We do a long-term review, so we'll do a review, whether it's those wonderful old-fashioned SWOT, those old-fashioned PEST, PESTLE, SLEPT, which, companies don't really do today. We do this review, we then come up, after the review, we come up with a plan or some ideas of a plan. So we've been through 4 stages to get to a plan. So we've got a plan, and hang on a minute, does that plan relate back to the objectives? So we have a look, does it relate back? And we're spending time after time after time, I think often wasting time, because I think strategic directions is more simple. In hospitality, it's very simple. We're going to talk about the sheep strategy, the snail strategy, and you think, what on earth are those about? I hope they'll become very apparent to you. But I want you now to go back to those models and be critical of it, because I bet you've all been taught SWOT, I bet you've all been taught PEST, Porter's 5 forces, you've all have done those, but go and have a look at them and pull them apart and say, do you know, I'm not sure these fit for hospitality in 2011, 2012.